So next we'll see about the theme file. So next we have to set up the theme file. So here we can set up the themes.xml file to change the color of the action bar. Okay. So here is the code for themes.xml. So next we will explore the code of theme.xml. Okay. So the first statement is here also the root tag. Okay. So the first statement is resources is a root container for the styles and themes. Okay. And next we have tools. So this is a namespaces used for Android Studio tooling support. For example, design the time attributes, day, time, then seconds also. Then so we have various theme. So the first one is base theme definition, and the statements relevant to the base theme definition is name equal to base theme demo. So this statement will custom the theme name. Okay. Then second we have a parent is equal to theme material day night. So this is one type of a theme. So this will inherit the material 3 day day or night theme features. Okay. So it will have some customized features will be there. So we can inherit it from the library. Then Android status bar color. So this will set the status bar color to the holo green dark. Then we have action bar style. So this will references the custom style for the action bar and define later as the application theme dot action bar. Then finally we have a final theme. So here we have a set of themes also there, and the first statement is style name is equal to theme dot demo. Then so we have a parent also. So here we have to use the parent theme. So this theme is applied to the applications at the same time. So this will inherits all the properties from the base theme demo. So this is a parent one. Okay. So next we will move into the custom action bar style. So for this, the first statement, so application theme dot action bar. Okay, using the statement, so we can define the style for the action bar. Okay. So next we have the widget dot app compat light action bar. So this statement inherits base light action bar properties. Okay. So here, so the background also we can set. Okay. So from this sets the action bar background color to holo green light. Okay. Then so next we will see about how it works. What is the working principle of this one? Okay. So the first is about the theme dot demo. It is a set as an application theme in an Android manifest.xml. At the same time, it applies the status bar color, action bar background color, other material 3 day or night theme defaults. Okay. So this all we can set. So before we move into the next type of the Android menu, so when you execute all this code, you will get this output. You can check it. So, so what will be the output of executing? So all this XML and the design theme also. So next we will move into the next topic, Android pop-up menu. Android pop-up menu displays the menu in a pop-up window anchored to a view. The pop-up will be shown below the anchored view if there is a room or space. Otherwise, above the view. If any IME stands for Input Method Editor, is visible to the pop-up, will not overlap it until the view is touched. Okay. So, the touching outside the pop-up window will dismiss it. See, for example, we are going to make a pop-up menu anchored to the button and on click. The pop-up menu will appear, and at the touch of the pop-up menu item, a toast message will be shown. So next we will see about the step-by-step implementation of Android pop-up menu, and the first step is create the new project in the Android Studio. Then second step we have to work with the XML files. So for that, so we have to go to the activity main.xml file, which represents the user interface of the project, and so this is a code for activity main.xml file. So next we'll see about the code explanations, each and every line of the code explanations for activity main.xml. And the first statement is about the root layout. Okay, so here it is representing the constraint layout. And at the same time, so this statement is, serves as a container for all user interface elements, and it uses a constraints to the position of child views. Okay. At the same time, namespace also we have to define. Okay, so using this statement, particular statement like Android and application and tools. So this statement provide the access to Android attributes, application specific attributes, and design the time tools. So next we have to mention the layout attributes, right? So here, we have to mention like height and width of that layout, right? So using this layout statements. So next we have to set the background color of the Android using the statements Android background is equal to color white. So this statement will set the background color to white. Then next we have declare the main activity. So this will define the time reference to the activity. So these all are common for all the Android applications. So here we have to include the button, okay, for doing the actions. So next we have to declare the codes which is relevant to the button, okay. So the button, so mainly display the button labeled click me, okay. So the next, so we have to mention the color of that button, okay. After that we have to mention the constraints, right. So the constraints in the sense, so this kind of the statement like applications layout constraint. So this will center the button both vertically and horizontally, okay. Third step, so here we have to create the menu directory and the menu file. So first we will create the menu directory, so which will contain the menu file. So for that same procedure we have to follow, like go to the applications and select the rest folder, then do the right click, then we have to select the new, then Android resource directory must be selected, then we have to give a directory name and resource, we have to select the menu as a resource type, okay. So now we will create the pop-up menu file inside the menu resource directory, okay. The same procedure we have to follow, like applications, rest folder, menu and right click, then new. So in the pop-up menu file, we will add the menu items. So here we have a code snippet for the pop-up menu.xml file. So next we'll see about the code explanation for the pop-up menu.xml. So the first one is a root tag. So here root tag we have to mention the menu, okay. So this will define the pop-up menu resources. And next statement is XML, NS, Android. So this will provide the access to the Android attributes. So next we have to mention the menu items. Each and every item represents a menu options. Then next, for each and every item we have to mention the unique ID for click handling, okay. So next we have to mention the title. So here the text will be displayed for the particular item. So next we have to mention the items, okay. So actually, so here we are using the Kotlin as a language, okay. So that time Kotlin shows the Kotlin as a language. Then the Android shows the Android. Then React Native shows the React Native, okay. So we have 4 different options will be there, okay. So here we are going to create the pop-up menu, right. So in that pop-up menu we will have 4 different options. The 4 different options will be shown. Then fourth step, so we have to work with the main activity file. So in the main activity file, we will get the reference of the button and initialize it. Then we have to add the on-click behavior to the button and inflate to the pop-up menu to it. Okay. So, so this is a code snippet for the main activity file. So next we'll see about each and every line explanations of the main activity .kotlin file. Okay. So first statement is about the package. Package we have to mention at the same time. So we have to import what are the files needed for this particular package. Okay. So this will provide the necessary classes like a button, pop-up menu, toast and app compat activity. Okay. So next, so we have to mention the activity class. So here the main class is class main activity. Okay. At the same time, app compat activity also. So this is the main entry point of the applications. At the same time, it inherits the Android lifecycle methods. Okay. So next we will see about the various methods involved in this particular main activity. So the first one is on create method. So here we have to do the layout setup using this particular statement. Okay. So when you execute this particular statement, so this will loads the user interface from the activity main.xml. Okay. Then we have a button reference and click listener. Okay. So this will finds the button by the ID, unique ID and sets a click behavior. Okay. So next we have to do the pop-up menu setup. So here it will create the pop-up menu anchored to the button, and it inflates the menu item from the pop-up menu.xml. So next, menu item click handling must be written. So here it display the toast message with the selected menu item title. So first we have a show menu and a pop-up menu.show. Okay. So this statement makes the pop-up menu visible. Actually, we have learned about how to create the pop-up menu. So when you execute this code, you will get the output. Okay. So you can experience, so what will be the output of the pop-up menu creations.